where would you take your business if you were a head spa? Would you be like, all right, cool, I want to combat hair loss. I want to help out relaxation. Like, where do you think? Because honestly, it's a luxury service, right? But if there's something about hair loss that it really does help, like, would you as a business owner who were opening up a head spa, like, what would you be your angle? Like, how would you really pitch it so you can increase your clientele or build a clientele and get people coming back more than just one time?
Well, I mean, I would try to obviously give them a relaxing experience, but try to pinpoint like what is causing their hair loss. Like, okay, did you go on a crash diet recently, or did you just give birth, or did you, these are the types of hair loss that theoretically you can come back from and grow hair back, but if it's, like your
male
and female pattern baldness, that might be a little tougher. Like certain types of alopecia, like that traction alopecia I was talking about, that's a lot harder to grow hair back from. If it's just like your telogen effluvium where your hair falls out after a stressful situation or after you give birth or blah, blah, blah. These are types of hair loss that you can come back from.
Are these conversations you're having with your clients?
I try to, because when they say, oh, my hair's thinning because I'm getting older, or oh, my hair's thinning, I just had a baby. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to steer you in the direction of this product because that's something that you can come back from. Like losing hair as you age is normal, but like the sooner you start trying to combat that, the less hair you're going to lose in the long run.
What's your feeling on Nutrafol itself? Like, do you prefer Xenogen topical rather than like a bunch of vitamins? Like, did you study at all like the pills? I don't really feel like they work.
I don't really know enough about. I know a lot of these hair growth like supplements have some sort of shellfish or fish in them. Like if you look at the ingredients, and I'm not sure what in that in particular is supposed to help hair grow.
It's a fish collagen, I believe.
Yeah, fish collagen, which
your body doesn't really absorb.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really sure how that works. I know some people see results with but the problem is like once you stop taking any sort of oral, like like minoxidil or what's the other one, finasteride or whatever.
Yeah.
Like once you stop taking those, it goes down the your progress goes down the drain.
So typically the clients probably have like either post-surgery, they lost a lot of weight, they had a baby, and their hair was going to come back anyway. So like the pills just kind of like made you feel okay while your hair was growing back.
Yeah, it's
pretty much.
It's
placebo.
Yeah. I mean, because your hair is going to grow back after, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying something to like, jumpstart and kick it up along the way, but you have to just go through, I guess, the natural progression of like the hair loss. And
do you feel like in our industry, the hair loss section of it is like growing bigger and it's getting more attention right now?
I think so, yeah. I think a lot more. I mean, you did have Nioxin's been around for a long time, Rogaine's been around for a long time, but like I think that they are kind of like old school, kind of like putting a Band-Aid on it. Rogaine's like you're just trying to put a Band-Aid on it, whereas I feel like now they're kind of just trying to do more research and figure out like what exactly, like so you can actually help.
How is Xenogen different than like Nioxin or some of the other products?
I want to say it's like, it's researched a little bit more thoroughly, like a lot more like science-based, more natural product, not relying on like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like something like Rogaine where you have to keep using it.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're going to...
It stops.
It stops working. Or you gain a tolerance to the specific thing and you have to keep using it and using it,
One of the issues we have as salon owners is the fact that no one wants to buy retail anymore or no one wants to sell retail anymore. And it's because products are just like, you can get them anywhere.
Right.
CVS, Walmart, all over the internet. But product education and having the knowledge to actually articulate to the client what the product does goes a long way. And so where do you feel like if you had to teach a bunch of salon owners who are watching right now, like how could you help them help their team sell more retail? What do you have to tell these owners now? Like, because you could pretty much educate anyone on a product when it comes to like Xenogen, I feel. Like you just seem smarter talking to a client because you sound very professional. And I think the problem is we don't treat this like a profession and you're really taking this seriously. I think coming at this as a professional goes a long way. And because you're in a salon, you hear the conversations between people, like even from here or even when you're at your last salon, like, and you worked as like a manager in the front desk area, you've been all over it in the salon industry. Like, what is your reason? Like, what do you think is the reason that no one sells retail anymore?
Just because I feel like they think they're like being pushy with clients. And like every time somebody comes in, it's like, oh, I got this new product. You know what I mean? And then people just feel like you're just trying to push products on them instead of like giving them stuff that's actually good for them. And then the same thing goes for like, makeup, or if you're in that kind of industry or
skincare.
The skincare industry. It's like, oh, this new product. But it's like, okay, we try new products and we want you to experience these new products, but because they're good for your hair, and it's not just because like we want to sell you something else. It's just because like this new product came along and it might be a little bit better than the thing we sold you last time, but that was also really good at the time,
Yeah.
And it's like at this point, it's like
When's enough? Yeah.
when's enough? So it's like I guess people just feel pushy and they feel like they don't know how to explain it properly on like you need this product because and everybody's like, oh, I'll just get it on Amazon anyway.